And what would be like the biggest benefit of like fully embracing remote based off your experience running like a basically a physical location agnostic company?
I think it's like potential of like diverse teams. And I'm not talking about like diversity and this sort of cheesy sort of corporate speak. I'm talking about like literally just diverse ideas, opinions,
Hmm.
culture, different perspectives,
Experience. Yeah.
experience, right?
Yeah.
So just getting people's experiences, which to me is the most important thing, is like getting their 2 cents, having people sort of with different perspectives, they see different things, different priorities, they have different environments. And then just being able to sort of like collaborate, discuss things, have healthy conflict. You're going to unearth those important questions. You're going to sort of wrestle with the most important things, and you're going to be able to sort of end up crafting a product that is going to be much more sort of palatable and exciting and interesting, and with a lot less sort of like holes and like missing pieces and things not thought of and perspectives like not voiced. So I think the agency, I'm working with people from Portugal to Boston, Canada, and Australia, Ukraine, to pretty much all over the world. You're just like, who do I want to work with? Who has experience working on this? Where is this product really fundamentally going to serve in terms of which community, right? Can we tap people to collaborate with from that context? I mean, I think that is just such a massive leap forward in pushing and improving products.
Absolutely. In what I've noticed in my most recent gig is a company that is global as well, but it has like physical locations, and we have like little satellite offices to allow for like in-person collaboration. But I started my career in the tech scene in Utah, a lot of unicorns here, and
What
but
are
it
some of
is
the top ones that people know about?
so Divvy was just acquired by Bill. So Bill.com has an office here.
Right.
We have I can't believe I forgot, I'm like spacing on the name. I was about to work there. I had an offer there. There's this mortgage company that was acquired by Encino, which is in North Carolina. I mean, basically any like successful company gets acquired by another company
Sure. Yeah.
outside of Utah. It's called, my caffeine's still kicking in. You also have Adobe Analytics is developed here.
Awesome. Yeah.
We have
So it's like
Microsoft
certain
or
like satellite offices and
satellite offices, and then there are a few exits. Cotopaxi is located here. So there's really Traeger Grills is based in Utah. So there's just a
nice.
lot of like really a strong business scene. A lot of it has to do with like a really strong university environment. I guess if you look at anywhere that has like a strong
Yeah.
economy, it's the inbound of new people.
I compare it to because it's stunning. It's absolutely it's one of the most beautiful places in the US. I compare it so
Yeah.
there's a lot of outdoor related
Hmm.
segments as well. I compare it to Colorado. I find it pretty similar. I used to live in Colorado and Boulder and what's happening in Denver and other parts. But
Yeah.
just the vibe and the culture and the scene for tech, I think, is really interesting what's happening. Both
And
of
I
those.
think, yeah, and I think the pandemic exacerbated that because a bunch of Californians just went to
Yeah.
Colorado, Utah,
Yeah.
raised the prices. And that's a different podcast, but still, and it's getting better, but it's very culturally homogenous. And so
Mhm.
before COVID, I was like commuting to the office a couple jobs ago, and you could tell like the management team were all kind of stacked from like the same local grad
Right.
school, culturally similar values, and then also had similar beliefs about like work, that it's about shareholder value and not like building a team of people. And so that's why I totally disagree. I actually, I'll say I'll agree with you that it's more nuanced to say that, oh, because we're in the office, it's no, if leadership's not acting like leadership, it's not going to work no matter what. It really depends on the leader. But then I just started working for this company based out of LA, and they went like full global. We have like developers in Nigeria. We have offices in Mexico, and I mean, we're a global like produce tech company. So it's going to be all over the world. And I'm like, immediately see the difference. Like every one of my coworkers does not believe the same things I believe. And so far, so like at that point, you're just like, okay, we have to find like a common goal that we all agree on,
Yeah.
which is the cause of the company. But if we all believe the same thing, like we're not fully bought into the work. And so that's the biggest benefit I've seen of like working at a location agnostic company.
Yeah, totally. I think if you've got some shared values, a shared mission, it's actually a superpower to have strong, important disagreements and biases and differences.
Mhm.
I think where that becomes incredibly challenging is when you don't have those shared foundational values or shared mission, because then it sort of, in order to have that really healthy conflict, which is what I call it, just like being able to sort of call things out, disagree, question things, be sort of rigorous with your sort of improvement iteration. There needs to be an enormous amount of trust, right? And rapport. And a lot of that is based off of shared values and sort of history and like having a shared mission, right? In terms of you guys are both oriented in the same direction. Yeah, totally. I totally hear what you're saying. And it's super valuable.